Hey, what is up, guys? It is Istra here, and today I'm going to be doing another one of my little stories that has happened to me, and this did not happen to me over the summer. This actually happened to me a couple days ago. So before I get way into it, I'm going to give a little bit of a backstory about the vehicle that I drive. Now, since I happen to play sports such as football and track, I don't have a lot of time for a job or anything. And since I can't have a job, I don't have a lot of money, or hardly any money at all, I should say. So with my limited amount of money, I can't really buy a nice vehicle or anything like that, so I'm stuck with driving a man van. Yes, a man van. What had happened is my aunt ended up buying a new van, and she didn't want to get rid of her old van because she was only going to get like $200 for it when she turned it in for like parts or whatever. So my aunt, knowing that sports takes up a lot of my time, so I don't have time to really get a job, ended up selling it to me for $10. And I mean, it is a van, but I mean, it's a vehicle, 4 wheels, and it can drive, so I'm not going to say no to that. So anyways, I haven't been driving this vehicle for very long because I just got it about a month ago. So I'm not used to how things feel in it and how, you know, things move around. So you guys probably know where this story is going. So a couple days ago, when I had gotten off school, I was deciding to leave because, I mean, I don't want to stay at school. So I had gotten into my man van and was backing up, and lo and behold, as I am backing up, some car, I don't know who, obviously no one in the high school knows how to drive at all, but they decided it'd be a wise idea to just step on the gas and floor it right behind me as I'm backing up. So me, I see this happen, and I stomp on the brake and reach up with my right hand, which was off the wheel at this time, and grab the wheel. And since I'm not used to the van or the feel of the van, I ended up hitting the wheel a little earlier than I expected, and it kind of turned my wheel. This leading to my tires turning a direction, which caused my whole van to turn and curve. Now, it wasn't very much, but it was just enough to end up, I hit another car in my school parking lot. So I'm sitting there like, oh, you gotta be kidding me. First, this guy floors behind me, makes me upset, and when that happens, like 2 seconds later, I hit another car that's right next to me because I'm not used to the van and everything, and I'm just like, I'm freaking out, and I pull forward, and I pull back in the parking spot, and I get out and look at the damage. And I mean, there's a huge dent in the side. I'm freaking out. I'm like, oh, you gotta be kidding me. It's just a big dent in the side, and then there's paint chipped off and everything, and I'm like, oh man, I don't have money for this. I don't have a job. I can't pay for this. Now, thankfully for me, it was one of my friend's cars, someone I knew pretty well. So I texted him, I hit him up with a text. I was like, dude, I'm so sorry. I will pay you back when I get the money and everything. And he's like, yo, what happened? What happened? I was like, I'm sorry, man, but I ended up hitting your car because some dude flew behind me and made me turn the wheel, and, you know, I'm just telling him everything that had happened. So I ended up waiting for him to get out of school, and when he got out of school, he came out there, and he looked at the damages. But before he had made it to the car, as I was waiting for them, his twin brother ended up walking up and seeing the damages too, because he knew about it. I told him the exact same thing that I told his brother. I was like, I'm so sorry, I will pay for it when I get money and everything, because both of these guys drive the same car around together everywhere. So I show him the huge dent that I had put in the side of their car, and he looks right at it and he goes, oh, well, that's not from you. And I'm like, wait, what? What are you talking about? That's not from me? I just hit your car. How is that not from me? And so he ended up telling me that his brother had been driving around in some parking lot somewhere and accidentally ran into some pole or something like that, causing a huge dent in the side of the car. So me, I had been freaking out for like 45 minutes, and then finally, you know, as soon as he said that, a ton of weight had come off my shoulders and everything. The only damage I had really done to the vehicle was I chipped some of the paint and scratched it a little bit from my van, but that was about it. So even now that I'm calmed down, I still feel kind of bad about the fact that I had ran into the car, and I was like, yo guys, I'll pay for it to get it repainted and everything. But no, they were pretty chill about it, and they told me that it was fine. I didn't have to pay for anything because the damages weren't that bad. It's just a couple scratches, and then a car wash could get the paint off pretty much. So I was so relieved when I heard that, and I was just like, I was so happy because I've never been in an accident before, and this was my first time, and it just scared me half to death. So after hearing this, I was just really happy that I hadn't done major damage because I thought I had smoked their car and I was going to have to pay a ton of money to get it repaired, and I was just freaking out because they'd have to be without the vehicle for a while to get it repaired, and it'd just be an inconvenience for them. And that's the first time I've ever been in an accident. Like, it wasn't even that bad, and the only other time closest to being in an accident was the story I told you last time about when I almost crashed the man van and we all died. So yeah, that's pretty much the story about my first accident that I've ever been in, and the story of when I hit my friend. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I know it probably wasn't that interesting, but it just happened to me a couple days ago, and I thought it was a little interesting because, you know, my first accident is with my friend, which is kind of weird, but whatever. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This has been Istra, and I'll see you guys in the next one.